not, the finale, at least the home regular season finale tonight, senior night for Muscatine as Dubuque senior comes to town. It's senior as in senior class night, not Dubuque senior night. Let's just be clear about that from the start. Hello, everyone. I'm Roland Glenbine, and this game, should be a fun one. Muscatine has won 2 straight here in the friendly confines, looking to make it 3 and 3 out of 4 to wrap up the home slate this evening. And look down at the field, both teams are warming up, and Cozad already in full beast mode. Could he go off again tonight? The last 2 home games have been something special for number 24, maybe senior night, but the junior has been the star of the show this year. Cozad expected to break the Muscatine all-time single-season rushing record tonight as he comes in 43 yards shy of that mark. That should be a no-problem kind of thing, and we'll keep our eye on that, let you know when that happens. Cozad having quite the year, 1,349 yards rushing. The all-time leader, Tanner Bowling, 1,392. That set back in 2011. So 43 ties, 44 grabs yet another record for Cozad, who has already set the single game rushing record twice this year, the last coming last week. 450 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns in the victory last week against Dubuque Hempstead. So 2 and 4 the record for Muscatine coming into play tonight. 3 games to go, and it's we're going to use the word. We're going to say the word. Yeah, we're going to do it. Playoffs. We're going to talk a little playoffs because that's still in play for both of these teams, and the Muskies, well, they need to win out. They need to finish 5 and 4, and then hope their strength of schedule is strong enough. In Class 5A, the playoffs, it doesn't matter where you finish in your district. You can be first, you can be last. Everyone's grouped together, all 36 5A teams, and the top 16 end up in the playoffs. And that is figured out by an RPI, a mathematical formula that uses your win-loss percentage for 40% of the equation, your opponent's win-loss record for 40% of the equation, then the last 20% is determined by your opponent's winning percentage. They put all those numbers together, and the top 16 teams at the end of the year go to the playoffs. There is some wiggle room if say the 17th team played the 16th team in the regular season and they beat them, then they would jump ahead of that team. So coming into this week's play, as right now we have the coin flip going on, keep one eye on that. Coming into this week, Muscatine sits in 25th place out of 36 teams, but if you win your last 3 games, well, they figured to move up, and it will be close, and it'll be a lot of fun, but you got to win tonight first. It looks like the Muskies have won the toss, and, well, they decide to take the ball. So no deferment this week. The Muskies will start off with the ball tonight, going right to left once we start play here in probably about 5+ minutes or so. We'll see how long it takes. The band still has to play and all that good stuff. And we need to talk about tonight's game here on the pregame show. Muskies, like we said, coming at 2 and 4 now. Tonight you take on Dubuque Senior. Their record 3 and 3. Senior handled Muscatine pretty easily last year, but these are not the same 2 teams. Last year was 48-6 up. That was a lot of injuries going on at the time for Muscatine. They were down their top 2 quarterbacks. Tight end Nolan Recker had to step in and play quarterback that night. Did fairly well, threw a touchdown pass, had some nice rushing yards as well, but just not enough on the offensive end as Jack Gilligan, the quarterback back last year for Dubuque Senior, has now graduated, had a big night, 15 of 23, 223 yards rushing, 4 touchdown passes last year for Jack Gilligan, who I was told is now helping out on cruises along the Mississippi River with his friend the skipper, but I have not been able to, determine that that's true or not. Meanwhile, this year, a new quarterback, and Dubuque Senior has had some good games and some bad games, and it rides a lot on the arm of their new signal caller, Jack Simon. He's 74 of 125 on the season, 901 yards passing, has thrown for 7 touchdowns. He's also thrown for 7 interceptions. And how he goes, pretty much this Ram team goes. He's thrown 4 interceptions the last 2 weeks. Both of those have been losses for Dubuque Senior as they fell last week to Davenport West 28-10, and 2 weeks ago they were shut out by Cedar Rapids Kennedy 38-0. Their other loss on the year came in week 2, a 40-20 defeat to Cedar Rapids Prairie. Their 3 wins on the season have come against rival Hempstead, Waterloo West, and Davenport North. North hasn't won yet this year. Waterloo West has just won 1 game, and Hempstead as well has not won a game. So they've taken care of the games they should win and have won pretty easily. But a tougher competition, Senior has come up on the wrong end of it. So we'll see how they fare tonight against the 2-4 Muscatine, who, as we mentioned, really needs to win out. This is probably this is a tough one, no doubt about it. Next week, you can play a Thursday night game up in Davenport against North. North is yet to win this year. They take on Davenport Central tonight. They might actually change that. We'll keep an eye on that score as the night progresses. And then the last week, if you can win tonight and next week, boy, does that set things up. You'd be 4-4 going up to Davenport to take on Davenport West, who right now sits 6-0, but Davenport West has a couple of tough games on their schedule the next couple of weeks, and they probably will not be favored to win either one as they take on, I believe, the City High on the schedule and maybe Cedar Rapids Kennedy tonight. I think it's Kennedy tonight, City High next week, and then they wrap things up against Muscatine. And that's just looking ahead, but you can't look ahead if you don't win this first one tonight. And Dubuque Senior, a passing-dominated team. We talked about Simon, 901 yards passing on the year. Some big numbers right there. Rushing totals, not as big. Noah Rowling is 154 yards on the season. Their top running back, Ty Shaber, has just 190 yards on the entire season. Ty Cozad had that in the first half last year. We're going to go down to the field now and listen in for our playing of the national anthem. guy, number 6, Walker Tart. Muscatine feeling good about themselves, and it's been a fun team to watch this year. You recall back to the first time we took the airwaves here at our first home game of the year against Linn-Mar, and watch that game film, and then you look at what happened last week. Now, of course, Dubuque-Hempstead not the same talent as Linn-Mar, but boy, what the offensive line was able to do, and just the confidence that this Muscatine team is playing with right now, night and day from where they were in week 1 of the season. It's going to be fun to see how they come out tonight against the Dubuque senior team that is probably a little bit above their talent level, at least so far this season, to see if they can step up and get the win against a team like Senior that has gone to the playoffs in recent years. That's what we're going to be watching for tonight, and see if that offensive line can continue to open up holes for who we watch every week, number 24, Cozad. He's 75% of this Muskie offense, 75% of the snaps he's on the field. He gets the ball, and what he's been able to do, despite defenses knowing he's going to get the ball, still being able to break off runs like he has the last, really all season. It's just been phenomenal to watch. You look at his production, 450 yards, 5 touchdowns last week. Amazing, but only one time this year in 6 games has he been held under 100 yards. That up in Pleasant Valley, and he only played the first half of that ball game. Left with a little tweak injury, couldn't play the second half, only finished with 81 yards in that ball game. Comes in with 12 touchdowns on the night. Had 3 against Iowa City West, 4 against Bettendorf, and 5 last week against Hempstead. Can we go for 6 tonight? Why not? Senior night, last crack on the home turf, at least in the regular season. Now, again, the good news is number 24 is just a junior. Cozad is coming back next year. But, boy, has he put on a show here in his junior year. And as we mentioned a little earlier, going to break the all-time single-season rushing record tonight. 4 yards will beat the mark set by Tanner Bowling back in 2011. We talked about number 25 on the current playoff rankings. Number 1 is Dowling. Number 2, if the season ended this week, would be Pleasant Valley. Davenport West would be the 6th seed in the playoffs. Cedar Falls and Iowa City West would both make it. Dubuque Senior would be left out right now. They sit at number 19 in the standings, so they have a lot to play for as well in this ball game tonight. Muscatine won the toss. They're going to start off on offense tonight, going right to left on your screen here to start this ball game, and that will allow us to see a pretty impressive kicker on the Dubuque Senior side of things. One of the better kickers on this side of the state, Kyle Conrarty, 29 kickoffs this year. 26 of the 29 have been touchbacks. He's 6 of 8 from field goals, and his long is 49 yards. So a strong kicking game to go along with their passing attack, and that's the name of the game for Dubuque Senior. The wind is blowing. It's definitely a breeze out there, we'll just say that, kind of into the face of Muscatine in this first quarter. Warm-ups. Offmer was kicking 50-yard field goals and making them going the other direction, the direction Senior's going here. So Conrarty is ready to kick things off, and we're ready for football tonight. Senior night here at Community Stadium. Glad you could join us on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. I'm Roland Glembine, and see if we can get one more home victory tonight. Finish 3-1 on the home portion of the slate before we go up to Davenport the next couple of weeks. Conrarty is ready. Everybody's ready, and we're ready for some football. Kick is away, and this one could be returnable, so there you go. Back to the 10, looking for some room to run. Has it, up to the 20, and out to the 30-yard line. Nice return and nice field position to start the game. Paul Henry gets the Muskies going out to the 30-yard line, so Conrarty, that's a rarity, did not find the end zone. And here comes Landon Batty, one of the many seniors playing his final home game tonight. Batty has had a decent year when he's been called on to throw, which hasn't been much. Cozad behind him and back to throw on first down, and the ball's deflected right at the line of scrimmage. Some good pressure there by the defensive line of Dubuque Senior, and that will bring up a 2nd down and 10. So a curveball thrown by Coach Hawkins, coming out throwing on the first play of the game, and Jalen Johnson, the sophomore defensive lineman, or linebacker actually, makes the deflection on first down. Diamond Kyrie will split off to the bottom of your screen, and here's the give to Cozad, and here we go. Cozad jukes his way past the defender and picks up about 5 yards on his first carry tonight. Third down upcoming. 3rd and 5. Might go right back to Cozad here. Adams in the game. He'll split off towards the bottom. The turn to give to Cozad. Looking for a hole. Can't really get the feet going right away, and that's costly as he only picks up about 3. And it's going to be a 3 and out for the Muskies on their first drive. Coach Hawkins takes the ball to start the game. Not what he envisioned, 3 and out. And they'll give it right to Senior here just over a minute into this ball game. Punt is a line drive. It will bounce short of the 40 and check up there back to about the 40, 41-yard line. So great field position for the Rams on their first drive tonight. And we'll see how this defense fares. It's been a roller coaster ride for the Muskie defense this season. Gave up 18 straight points last week. Let Hempstead get back in the game, but then bowed their necks on the goal line. A beautiful stop late in that ball game. Hempstead had it 1st and goal inside the 2. Went forward 4 times, could not find the end zone. Out of the gun, and the give, a little reverse action. And there's some room to run. Big gain all the way inside Muskie territory down to the 34-yard line. So the Rams going to the trick book to start off this game. Reverse all the way down to the 34-yard line. Walker Tart on the run. Their star receiver gets things going tonight. Out of the gun again, 1st and 10. Jack Simon. Simon gives off, and that's a much better job by that defensive front, stopping the carry there. Maybe a loss of a yard on the play. They do call it a loss of 1, so 2nd and 11 coming. That was Jalen Mingo, the big fullback, on the carry. Simon looking to throw out in the flat and can't find his tight end. So 3rd down, just like that. The Muskies have a chance to stop this drive after just one big play. They're right on the edge of field goal range right now with that strong-legged kicker, Conradi. So movement up front, no flag, and Senior will look over and change the play up. Still plenty of time left on the play clock. It's only at 15. Simon back to throw, looking, throws it over into the left flat and has his man right at the yard to gain. I believe he's got the 1st down. So forward progress is enough. They needed 11, got 12, and 1st down inside the 25-yard line for Senior. Senior has fared well in the first half of ball games. The second half has kind of been their struggle point this year as Simon gets his team ready right away. Not a lot of time between plays for this Ram squad. And there's the pitch to the fullback, and Mingo, stiff arm. Progress stopped just outside the 20-yard line. And we have a player down for Muscatine. Trainers are out on the field to check on him, and we'll take a quick break. This is just underway here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network, yet no score.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
And the second down and about 6 yards here for the Rams. Play action pass, looking over the middle, behind his receiver, but a nice job adjusting to the pass, and the catch is made. That's enough to move the sticks again. Inside the red zone are the Rams. Drew Francois on the catch. Rams threatening here on their first possession of the game. Two receivers up to the top. Simon runs the option, gives off. Mingo, he is stopped right at the 10-yard line. Nice job on defense there, reading the option, making the quick tackle, and now a second down and long upcoming as the Muskies try to hold the Rams to a field goal attempt. Seniors outscored their opponents 48-15 in first quarters this year. Simon trying to run the option. Now we'll duck it up the middle, and the defenses, they're swarming to stop Simon. No gain. Third down and long upcoming now for the Rams. You look at that, scoring by halves. The Rams have outscored their opponents 91-50 in the first half. They've been outscored 82-42 in the second half of games. If you just hang in there, you got to feel good about yourselves going to halftime. Simon out of the gun, three receivers set, bobbled it a little bit, finds the handle, looks for someone open. The throw is up, it's deflected, and incomplete. Almost an interception at the goal line. The ball does fall to the turf. And we'll see if the Rams go for it or decide to take the early 3-0 lead. And they are going to send the kicking unit out to score the first points tonight. Conradi, we mentioned, 6 of 8 on the season. On his field goal attempts, has a long of 49 yards. This will not be very long at all, but a 26-yard attempt for Conradi. Ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. So the first points belong to the men from Dubuque tonight. The Rams on top of your Muskies, 3-0. We'll be right back.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Community Stadium, 7:37 left in the first quarter. Rams just putting the first points on the board. A 26-yard field goal by Kyle Conradi. About to kick it away here. It was 3 and out for Muscatine on their first possession. If you're just joining us, about to get the ball back, and this one does sail into the end zone, and a touchback for Conradi, and Muscatine will have 80 yards to go here as they try to get on the board in this first quarter. While first halves have been good for Senior, they have not been so great for Muscatine this year. They've been outscored 55-30 in the first quarter. Second quarters have been worse, being outscored 90-38. That's the most points of any quarter Muscatine gives up is in the second. Had a good first half last week, though, against Dubuque Hempstead. This offense clicking a little bit more as the season progresses, and there's movement up front and almost drawing Senior offsides. The give is to Cozad. He hesitates. Now, full force forward. Nice gain, still on his feet. Picks up about 7 yards on that first down carry. Again, he just needs 44 tonight to set the all-time single-season rushing record. That could come at any moment. Turn, the give, and falling to the feet. Oh, and now a late flag thrown on the play. Kyle Morris kind of stumbled over his own feet, losing yardage on the play. Now we'll check out the laundry. As this crew takes their time discussing it. Well, the senior players are cheering, and Muscatine is walking backwards as we still await the official announcement. Holding. So it looks like they will decline the penalty after the Morris loss of yardage on the play. So bring up a 3rd down and 8. After that long, cumbersome decision by our officiating crew, Muscatine facing yet another 3 and out if they can't make something happen here on 3rd and 8. Adams split off towards the bottom. Cozad in the backfield. Batty turns, gives to Cozad. Cozad. See a decoy on that play. I went with Cozad thinking he was going to get the ball, and perhaps he should have because he took off down the field. The play not so well, though, as 4th down up comes. And the Muskies have to punt it away again. Lincoln Brookhart was on the carry there, and now a whistle and a stoppage of play as perhaps we have a timeout. Okay, we had a flag, and we have a signal for a timeout. So timeout taking precedence. We'll take it as well, get everything situated here. Still early in this ballgame, 3-0 Senior with the lead.
River Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
this first quarter. High kick, fair catch called for, and bobble, the ball is loose on the field, and Senior jumps on it. Oh, we talk about the 50-50 balls all the time. Coach talks about it all the time. You got to win the 50-50 balls. There was a chance right there for Muscatine. Comes up empty, and Senior escapes the first bullet of the game. They'll get the ball at the 45-yard line. Second drive for them, both pretty good starting field position. Senior, one of those teams, does not like the huddle. They just come right to the line, and here's a direct snap and a nice pickup on first down as Ty Shaber has his first carry of the night. Knocked out of bounds right near the first down marker, and it will be a first down for the Rams. Cool, crisp night here in Muscatine. Temperatures only getting into the 50s during the afternoon. Dipping much lower tonight. Back to throw. Shaber, high pass over the head and incomplete. So Shaber in there at quarterback on this possession as Jack Simon has come out. Did not see any injury. So we'll keep our eye on the quarterback situation right now for Senior. Shaber has not thrown a lot on the year. Man in motion is Tart. The give is to Tart. Tart escapes one tackle, but not the rest of the crew as Muscatine brings him down in the backfield, and that will bring up a third down and long. The Muskies read that play much better. They saw Tart come in motion. And unlike the very first play of the game where he had that long run on the reverse, stopped in the backfield this time. So third down and 11. And this defense needs to make one more play and stop the Rams right here. Can't let them get too far ahead of you on this evening. 4:58 to go first quarter. Shaber back to throw. Finds Tart. Tart looks for a hole. Tart's still free. Tart's going to get close to the first down mark. Looks like he's just about a half yard short. So fourth down and less than a yard. Senior going to keep their offense on the field. Go for it. And they're right up to the line of scrimmage. Shaber, this could be a quarterback sneak. Shaber runs right forward, and I believe he got it. Whenever you get a team that runs 90% of their plays from their shotgun and the quarterback's under center on 4th and 1, you got to know that's going to be a quarterback sneak. So they'll move the sticks, and Senior keeps this drive. It's been ugly, but it's effective thus far. 1st and 10, ball at the 33-yard line. Little option, little pitch, and not much going there. Good job on the defense as they tried to run to the short side of the field. Picked up maybe a yard on the play. This is Senior offense that does give the ball up a lot. 7 interceptions in 6 ball games. Muscatine had a chance to pick one off on the first possession in the end zone. Off the fingertips. And now Shaber has the ball. 2nd down and 9 as they look over to the coaching staff. Looks for an adjustment on the play call. Shaber runs to the right. Ducks underneath. Hit hard. Still on his feet and close to a first down. About a yard short. 3rd down upcoming for the Rams. Well, Muscatine is having trouble putting back-to-back plays together on the defensive end. Made a couple of nice stops, but can't do it back-to-back. So here's a 3rd down and short, and there's a penalty upcoming. The hand clap by Shaber draws Muscatine offsides. A hard count is one thing, but you throw in the hand clap, and that's going to get the defense. So first and 10, Senior trying to add on to their 3-0 lead. Ball right at the 20-yard line. 4 receivers set. Tart goes in motion. The give to the back. Right up the middle. He's got a lot of room. He's down inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Senior doing a good job of spreading out the defense there, then running right up the middle. First down and goal. Ball at the 5. Defense needs to stiffen now and do it in a hurry. Here's the keeper, Shaber. Shaber brought down to the backfield. Nice job right there by Evans. Loss of a couple yards on the play. Second down and goal. Cameron Evans, one of the many seniors honored tonight before the game. Four receivers. Shaber in the shotgun formation. Throws it out to Tart. Tart needs to make someone miss. Tart tight ropes the sidelines and is brought down at the 8-yard line. Matt Keener on the stop there. Another senior comes up on the tackle. So now third down and goal from the 8. If they can hold Senior to another field goal chance here, that's a win right now for this defense. Play clock down to 15. Senior now ready to go. 4 receivers. Tart up to the top. Shaber back to throw. Blitz coming. Shaber has his back, and he walks into the end zone. Well, a little bit of a screenplay right there. They let that pass rush get in, and that opened up some room for the back and the touchdown. Senior extends their lead now 9-0. Conradi on for the extra point. It's a low snap. Kick is up, though, and that is good.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less.
There's his second touchback in 3 attempts tonight. It will be a 1st and 10 from the 20 for Muscatine. 6 plays thus far, only 3 of them going to Ty Cozad. 50%. He's normally around 75% of the plays, and maybe we'll get a stronger diet right now of Cozad leaning on your horse, trying to get this ball marched down the field right now. Adams split off towards the bottom of your screen. Full house backfield. Batty turns, gives to Cozad. Cozad gets up to about the 25. 5 yards on the play. And that's just It doesn't look like a lot, but 5 yards. Fairly easy right there. You'll take that every time. It will be a 3rd down and about 2 feet to go. Senior bunched up the middle, expecting it to go to Cozad. It does go to Cozad. Cozad near the line to gain. Depends who spots the ball right now. The referee coming from the top has it right at the sticks. And I think that's going to be a 1st down. As long as any part of that ball is touching the 30-yard line, it's a 1st down. And you see the nose of that ball is just touching the line. So 1st down Muskies, 1st of the night. Cray back in the game, bringing the play with him. As we're down to the final minute of this 1st quarter. Offense still looking for that spark tonight. The turn, the give, trying to turn the corner and picking up a couple of yards on the play. And we have a flag on the play as Gavin Brookhart was brought down after a gain of 2. Looks like a hold going to be called on Muscatine. So they'll march it back 10 yards, and it will be a 1st down and 20 now for the Muskies. Well, this is an offense that needs that spark. You saw it last week against Hempstead. Some big hitters early for Cozad, and then it was fun all night on the offensive end. You saw it against Iowa City West. Struggled out of the game, and then out of the gate, then a 90-yard run by Cozad, and all of a sudden, this team moved the ball. It seems like they always need that spark, and they've yet to find it tonight as that play is going nowhere. As they go to Morris, and Morris struggling to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring us to the end of the 1st quarter tonight. It's been all Rams thus far. Dubuque Senior leads at 10-0. This is the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest 1/8 of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
Back here, start of the 2nd quarter. Muskies needing to get their offense in gear, trailing 10-0, facing a 2nd and 20, and movement up front. That's not going to help the cause at all. Actually, it might. Defensive offsides. There you go. 5 yards back on the penalty. Make it a 2nd down and 15. Some other games around the conference tonight. Assumption hosting Benton Community. Davenport West is up at Kingston Stadium to take on Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Davenport North looking for their first win of the year, taking on Davenport Central up at Brady Street. Pleasant Valley and City High, a good one over at Bates Field up in Iowa City tonight. And Bettendorf is taking on Iowa City West. We'll check in on those scores as the night progresses. Meanwhile, back here, 10-0 as we try to start the second quarter. Adams split off towards the top. As they go unbalanced up front now. The turn, the give to Cozad. Cozad hit right at the line to gain. Could have been a face mask there. Looked like there was a hand in the helmet area. Nothing called, and a gain of just 1 on the play. Third down. We'll give them 2. Third down and 13 upcoming for the Muskies. You know the senior defense is keen on number 24. They watched a lot of film this week. They know what the Muskies like to do. Instead, they give off this time the pitch. And, some room to run. And, look at this, a first down. No flags on the field. Move the sticks. 3rd and 13. And Gavin Brookhart knocks off a 20-yard gain all the way down to the 46-yard line. You love to see that. Someone other than Cozad moving the ball. And here's Cozad's turn, and he's going to have a first down, spinning for more. He's still loose. Cozad runs right out of his helmet. And he's fired up, and maybe that's the spark plug we needed. Right there, we talked about it, and that's the kind of play to get you fired up. So they'll mark that all the way down to the 38-yard line. About 15 yards on that. So next carry will probably be the record. And he came out of the game there because his helmet came off. But expect Cozad to get right back in here on this next carry. Lincoln Brookhart holding the rock on that last play, nothing doing. Here comes Cozad. He had unofficially 42 yards on the night. 44 will set the all-time single-season rushing record. Held by Tanner Bowling, set back in 2011. Tanner Bowling, you're probably seconds away from losing that record. Second down and long. And movement up front. Can't have that. That's 5 yards going the other way after Evan Franke caught jumping up front. So now second down and 15 yards to go for the Muskies. Very important drive here, trailing 10-0. The turn, the give to Cozad. Cozad has the record. Can he stay on his feet and do it in a touchdown? To the 10, to the 5, into the end zone. There it is, your all-time single-season rushing record. Ty Cozad, and the Muskies are on the board. Well, no one can ever claim Ty Cozad is not one for the dramatics, as he does it in style once again, and we got ourselves a ball game. Othmer in for the extra point. High snap, kick is up. Kick is good, and with 9:40 to go before halftime, it is now Dubuque Senior 10, Muscatine 7.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural.
Ball game all of a sudden 10-7 as the Muskies answer back to the early start by the Rams. Cozad adding another touchdown to his miraculous season, now with 13 on the year. 43-yard touchdown scamper, setting the all-time single-season rushing record as Cozad surpasses Tanner Bowling and surpasses the 1,400-yard mark on the season in doing so. Here's Othmer's kick. It's short of the goal line, will be returned up to the 20. Got some room. He's got a lane, cuts back out to the 40 near midfield, and is brought down inside of Muscatine territory. So that momentum Muscatine had, lost a lot of it right there on that kick return. Defense needs to stand up right now. Do not let the Rams answer right back. That was Derek Woods on the return. There's Simon back in the game to throw the ball. He's hit right at the mark. One official says incomplete. The one closer to the ball called it a catch. And if one says incomplete, they all need to say incomplete, and it will be incomplete. The official on the Muscatine side of the play saw it hit the turf, so second down and 10 now for the Rams. Simon has his team right back up there. 4 receivers set, 3 off towards the bottom of your screen. And out to throw into the flat has Tart. Tart makes one man miss. Brookhart brings them down, close to a first down. Depends on the spot, and they're going to move the sticks. First down, Rams. So Walker Tart running hard on that last play. This Rams team loves to throw the ball. Simon looking out of the gun, still has 4 receivers. This time they'll give it off. Not a lot going up the middle there. Maybe 2 yards on the carry. Muscatine showing some pressure, and Senior wants to change the play up. Play clock still at 12. Plenty of time for the Rams. Throw out in the flat, high and deflected off the fingertips. Ball's incomplete. A little too tall, trying to hit Walker Tart there. A little hitch route. Not a good throw by Simon, and third down upcoming now for this Muskie defense. Ball at the 35. It will be a 52-yard field goal from there. That's stretching the limits in the high school circuit. Now their kicker, Conradi, has hit from 49 on the season. They would like to get some more yardage. Simon back to throw under pressure into the flat over the head of the intended receiver. And that will bring up a fourth down. Conradi is coming out. And he's going to attempt a field goal from over 50 yards right now. They'll mark it at the 42, so this will be a 52-yard attempt. Conradi, 7 of 9 on the season. Low snap, kick is up. And he got it. Kyle Conradi knocks home a 52-yard field goal, and the Rams extend their lead 13-7. We talked about it in pregame. He's one of the best kickers on the eastern half of the state of Iowa, and Conradi looking very, very good right there on that kick. We're going to keep it here as we get ready for the kickoff, which is going to be brought to you by MPW Cable Advertising, powered by ICAN. (13-7), though. You hold this offense to field goals. That's a pretty good formula right there. As long as you keep that offense going, and offense looked a lot better on that last drive. Keep this game close. We talked about Senior having trouble in the second half of ball games this year. Conradi will kick it away. He's Mr. Touchback. Failed to do that on the first kickoff tonight, but has reached the end zone on every other attempt, and this one will as well right at the goal line, and that's going to be a touchback. As long as that ball is fielded in the end zone in high school, it is an automatic touchback, no matter what the receiver wants to do with it. One of those rules I don't like, but rules are rules. I don't like the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit, too, sometimes, but rules are rules. Muscatine back out on the field now. A touchdown will give them a lead. Set a receiver off towards the top. Cozad in the backfield. The turn, the give to Cozad. Cozad tiptoes his way through the defense and picks up about 7 yards. It's just amazing what he is able to do running up the middle. 95% of his plays are between the tackles. He's not a big kid, just has such a great sense of finding the hole. Up to 92 yards now on the night. The turn, the give again to Cozad. Cozad hit and brought down shy of the first down. Be a 3rd down and 1 upcoming for the Muskies. Not a big kid, but just a strong player. Never really brought down on that first hit. Always keeps the legs turning. We'll see if they go back to Cozad here on 3rd down and 1. Senior bunching the defense at the line of scrimmage. Here's the give, and they go away from Cozad, and they do not get the first down. Sometimes you overthink yourself, and 4th down upcoming. Out comes the punting unit. Tried to get Lincoln Brookhart around the right end. Senior was there to stop that. Have to punt it away. Evans, a low line drive, will bounce at the 45-yard line and will roll to the stop at about the 43. And now this defense will have to bow up a little bit and try to get Senior off the field without giving up any more points. 13-7 the score right now. Want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight on the various outlets here on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. Muskie football brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, Bear of Muscatine, Rivo Plumbing and Heating. Little fake on the pitch, quarterback keeper, and that's a nice gain right there. A 1st down and more. Hurdling over a defender is Shaber as he is all the way inside the 30-yard line. Senior continues to rotate their quarterbacks. It's Shaber's turn. He led the Rams to their only touchdown on the night on his first possession. As the Rams marching again here midway through the second quarter. Tart in motion. The give to the back and nice yardage up the middle. About 6-7 yards on the carry by Mingo. Well, Senior loves to throw the ball, but so far tonight it's the run game that has been moving it for them. Having trouble on the passing game connecting so far. Here's another give to Mingo, a little pitch. Mingo tries the left side this time and has a first down to the 15-yard line. And Mingo looks to be slow getting up. He's hurt. The trainers are coming out. We'll have a timeout on the field. Senior leads 13-7.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience, we know you want to buy from someone who...
Back here at Community Stadium, and the Rams on the move again. 1st and 10 at the 15. Mingo came off the field on here his own power. That was good to see. Here's a quarterback keeper, Shaber. Shaber puts the head down. Shaber down to about the 5, maybe 6-yard line. Shaber, the more running quarterback of the two between him and Simon. Although Simon's run a lot this year too, 36 times for 70 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Shaber has 190 yards rushing on the year. Run a lot this year too, 36 times, 70 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Shaber has 190 yards rushing on the year. Trips off towards the top. 2nd down and short. They'll throw it in the flat. Not a good throw. The reception is made, but they're going to lose yardage on the play. Well, Shaber off target there, and Walker Tart had to reach back to make the catch, allowing the defense time to adjust and make that stop back to the 10-yard line. What was a 2nd and 1 becomes a 3rd and 5. Was a 2nd and 1 becomes a 3rd and 5. Shaber rolls off to the right under pressure. Ducks in, keeps it, and is brought down shy of the first down. This may be another field goal opportunity here for Senior. It will be a 4th and 5. Still do not see Conradi. He's hanging around the coach. They have not called him out yet. Well, sometimes you just feel like you got to go for it, and this is one of those times for Senior right now. They want to keep kicking field goals. They want touchdowns, and it's maybe trying to draw the defense off sides, though, too. It's 4th and 5. You got to be careful on that defensive line. They are going to go. Shaber rolls to the right. Shaber puts the head down, has the first down, has the touchdown. And that's a backbreaker right there for the Muskies. Had a chance to get off the field without giving up any points. Can't make the tackle. And it's touchdown Rams. Had a chance to get off the field without giving up any points. Can't make the tackle. And it's touchdown Rams. Conradi's extra point is up, and as usual, perfect. And with 3:36 to go in the second quarter, it's now Dubuque Senior 20, Muscatine 7.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your
3:36 left before halftime. Muscatine, one last chance here to get something on the board before the break. Cut this back to a 6-point game. Senior will get the ball to start the second half. So this is a pretty big drive right now for the Muskies. Cedar Falls leads Dubuque Hempstead 20-7. Muskie's last two opponents facing off against each other tonight. A line drive kick. The leaping catch at the goal line. Still had a foot in the end zone. Paul Henry desperately wants to return one. And those stingy Iowa rules just won't let them. So they'll start at the 20-yard line. I guess I'm old school. I feel like if you want to take the ball out of the end zone, you should be able to take the ball out of the end zone. They'll tell you it's a safety issue. Too many injuries on kick returns. So first play of a very important drive, and you go to your star, Ty Cozad. Cozad has some room up the middle. Cozad breaks off another big gain out to the 40-yard line, a 20-yard pickup. And I'm sorry, but if I'm coach, I'm just going every time to Cozad right now. They know what's coming. Make them stop you. Here's the give to Cozad. Cozad falls forward 2 yards on the play. I'll amend that. The only time I would switch that up is if you want to go play action pass. You want to put the ball in the air right now. They have so many men in the box. That would probably work. Just trying to run sweep plays on the outside is not fared too well, with the exception of that one time. Here's the give to Cozad. Cozad is met by 4 defenders, and he's brought down right at the 42-yard line. So 3rd down and 8. Muskies try to pass on the very first play of the game, have not since then. The turn, and they'll try a little counter reverse, and that's going to have some room to run down the sidelines to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Muskies. Well, that time, Aiden Lopez says thank you very much. And that little counter reverse does pay off for Muscatine. A huge score there late in the second quarter. Muscatine needed that. Othmer on to try the extra point. Kick is down. Kick is good. We got ourselves a game once again. 1:56 left before halftime. It's now 20-14. Senior on top.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can
1:56 to go before halftime. Now the defense just needs to make a stop and get this to the break at 6 points. Again, Senior will start the second half with the ball tonight. Muskie's won the coin toss and decided to take the ball to start the game. On the scoreboard, North Scott having their way with Clinton tonight, 41-0 at halftime. We'll check in with all the scores coming up when we reach halftime. Othmer, though, to kick it away. Line drive will be returnable. Senior had a big return last time, and another decent return here out across the 30-yard line. So Senior has the ball up 6. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Muskies have all 3 of theirs. Back to throw. Simon dunks it to his tight end, Francois. Back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Second down and 10. Clock continues to run, approaching 1.5 minutes left. Senior quickly back to the line. Back to throw, Simon, low throw. The ball's bobbled and incomplete, and that will stop the clock. And now third down and 10. If you can get a stop here, Muscatine might have another crack at it with the ball. Now you got to be ready on defense. If you can stop him short of the line to gain, you might want to take one of your timeouts right now. Simon back to throw. Blitz coming. He throws it up to his man down the field, and a beautiful throw and catch. Brought down into the red zone. And oh, wow, what a throw right there by Simon as a Muskie is down on the field and a Ram is down on the field as well. We have a pair of players, one for each team, injured on the play. We're going to take a quick timeout. Be right back with the final plays of the second quarter after this. That was amazing.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional.
Back here at Community Stadium, and both players are of Schlottman for Dubuque Senior, walked off under his own power. Muscatine's Evan Frankie being helped off the field. He came free and had a big hit on the quarterback, Simon, on that last pass. Actually, that's Cooper Yao. I'm sorry, Cooper Yao. Number 62, not number 52, I believe. Sometimes I got to get new glasses, I'm thinking. Or they need bigger numbers. No, I was right the first time. Evan Frankie. And here we are back underway. Simon throws towards the end zone. Has a man. Is he in bounds? No. Out of bounds. Catch was made. Could not keep a foot in. So another bullet dodged right there by Muscatine. And to finish the thought, it is, again, Evan Frankie, who is on the training table. And they'll look at his leg. Apologize about the confusion. Meanwhile, 2nd down and 10 upcoming for the Rams with 54 seconds on the clock. Four receivers in the pattern. Blitz is coming. They have the screen dialed up. A perfect call, but a better job this time by the secondary to not let that get free. That was the play they connected on their first touchdown. It's a little screen pass, and now a 3rd down upcoming. 48 seconds left, and the clock stopped. Well, you just scored that big touchdown for the Muskies. Would hate to give one up in such short time. Low snap. They give up the middle, and they did give one up. Touchdown, Senior. Rams answer right back, and that right there. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. We do have another player down in the end zone for Muscatine, so we'll take another break. Be right back with the extra point.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo and
Back here, Community Stadium, extra point upcoming for Senior. Cameron Evans walks off the field, banged up on that last touchdown run. Conradi to add the extra point. It's up, and it is good. So all that momentum the Muscatine had on that touchdown taken away right there by Senior. Now just 44 seconds on the clock as we'll keep it here. We'll see if Muscatine can break off some long play right now and maybe get the ball back into the end zone before halftime. I tell you what they would like, a returnable kick. Paul Henry is dying to return one right now. Tried his hardest on that last run, made that jumping catch right at the goal line. Not many kicks are able to be returned on Conradi. Only 4 times this season has he not had a touchback. 27-14. Now again, Senior will start the second half with the ball. Senior has struggled in the second halves of games this year. That's the good news. They've been outscored 82-42 in second halves this season. Conradi line drive and already leaping again, but can't quite bring it down. So Muscatine will start at the 20-yard line. We'll see how aggressive Coach Hawkins wants to be. We'll see if he puts the ball in the air. A lot of times, the best home run threat is the handoff this year for Muscatine. Batty calling out the plays, and we'll see what is dialed up here with 44 seconds on the clock. Ball's fumbled. It's fumbled and picked up off the ground by Cozad, and he is brought down. Loss on the play. Not sure if that counts in yardage or not. Loss of 4, however, and both teams content to let the clock run right now. Muskies do have all 3 timeouts. Clock down to 10. Wouldn't hurt to take one with like 1 second left and run a play, but doesn't look to be the case as we have reached halftime. And the Muskies are going to have to come from behind tonight. The Rams are on top, 27-14.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest 1/8 of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
River Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
We are looking for a zero-turn lawnmower.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters.
Can I test drive that one?
In the store?
Even in the buying experience, we know you want to buy from someone who knows what they're talking
We're
about.
looking for a zero-turn mower.
Like
Great.
this guy.
First thing you need to know is what's the size of your property? Are there any obstacles?
Head to your local Hustler dealer and talk to a lawnmower expert.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential,
Muscatine on the wrong end of a 27-14 score. Tonight's game brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine and Power, Bear of Muscatine, MPW Advertising powered by ICAN, Revo Plumbing and Heating, Great River Tire, Riots and Rebels Salon, Waffle and Pancake House, Muscatine Charities, the Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, and scores from around the area tonight. North Scott on top of Clinton 41-0 at halftime. Davenport West, they came in a perfect 6-0. They're kind of the darlings, the storyline, the fun storyline of the year. Perennial doormat, now 6-0, and oh boy, the clock strikes midnight tonight for the Cinderella Falcons as Cedar Rapids Kennedy is beating up on West 37-0 in the third quarter. Pleasant Valley, number 2 in the current playoff rankings. They're having a fun time tonight up in Iowa City as they lead the Little Hawks of City High 35-14. And it looks like Davenport North is going to get their first win of the year. They lead Central at halftime 33-0. One other score, the Bettendorf Bulldogs are beating up Iowa City West 42-0. Who had that one on their radar? Bettendorf has struggled this season, but no problem tonight on top, 42-0. Again, it's 27-14 right here. We have had a bit of history already tonight as Ty Cozad setting the single season rushing record. He did it in style too on a long touchdown run in that first half. A 43-yard touchdown run for Cozad put him over the top, knocking off Tanner Bowling, who had the record at 1,392 yards set in 2011. Well, Cozad surpassed that mark tonight. He needed 44 yards to take over the record, and at halftime he has 112 yards unofficially on 15 carries. The senior defense is really stacking the box and doing everything they can to stop Cozad, and Cozad still is able to break some tackles and have a pretty decent first half tonight, 112 yards rushing. The defense, though, something needs to happen as senior putting up way too many points in that first half, 27, and they're doing it with a nice mix of run and pass. Had a long bomb on that last drive, and that was really the backbreaker as Muscatine had cut this down to a 6-point ball game, 20-14. You feel like you go into halftime down by 6. You're feeling pretty good about things right there, as this was a 10-0 lead early for senior. You're able to get that down, but somehow the defense kind of dropped the ball and allowing senior to score with just over a minute to go on that final drive and extend this lead to 27-14. And now senior gets the ball to start the second half, and you're all of a sudden needing a defensive stop coming out of halftime. Well, it's a short week next week. Don't forget the last 2 weeks of the season on the road up to Davenport. And it's a Thursday night game next week up at Brady Street Stadium as Muscatine facing Davenport North. North looking like they're going to get their first win of the season tonight. And then the last week of the year, Davenport West looks like they're going to get their first loss of the season tonight. That's all that is left on the schedule, barring playoffs. But you got to win tonight if you want to talk about playoffs. So you're going to have to come back. Now, the good news is, as we mentioned during the first half, Senior has been a first half team. The second half, things have gone south this year. Looking at those numbers just one more time for you. The first and second quarter, Senior has outscored their opponents this year 91-50 before tonight. The second half, they've been outscored 82-42. So if that holds tonight, maybe you can make a run at this and sneak out another win at home, keep those playoff hopes alive. Second half of the season for Muscatine, they're pretty equal all year round. If you look at the numbers, they've been outscored pretty handily, actually, in the first halves of games, 145-68. Second half, they've been outscored 87-41, so a better job after the break on defense. But those numbers pretty consistent first and second half for the Muskies. So you had the 43-yard touchdown run by Ty Cozad. Also had a 42-yard touchdown run from Aiden Lopez. A little counter reverse play in that second quarter. Lopez scoring from 42 yards out. That's what cut the game to a 6-point margin before that last touchdown drive by Senior, extending things back out to 27-14. But again, a record night, and you just feel like if you can get some defense, if you get a stop or two on defense, you don't know, because this offense has shown enough tonight and this season. They know they're not out of this ball game, but I think that first drive coming out of the second half is going to be a lot. You can't allow Senior to go down and score a touchdown for sure. That's going to be too much to make up. So it's all on the defense right now as this second half we count down towards it. Still about 4 or 5 minutes as the band now leaving the field. And kudos to the band. Just a great job all year. It's been a lot of fun listening in as they played. And it's, we see some bands on the road, and I'll take this Muscatine band against anything I've seen this year. They've had a lot of fun, and that the Led Zeppelin, can't go wrong with Led Zeppelin. So they march off the home field for the final time here, just doing a fantastic job, and definitely want to make sure we get that out there for sure, this band. A lot to be proud of for those students, those band members, and their parents. As always, keeping us entertained at halftime. Hope to be entertained in the second half of this ball game by the football squad, which has opened some eyes this year. Wasn't sure what we were going to see here after week one of this season, that 41-0 game. But you got to be impressed about how this team has responded and really has grown. I think growth is maybe the key word to use when you're talking about this Muscatine football team this year, especially on offense. This offensive line has done a heck of a job. Ty Cozad doesn't need a big hole. He just needs a little something, and they have provided that all year long thus far. Hopefully a few more times coming up here in the second half of this ball game. It's a chilly night out there tonight. If you're stayed home because of that, we appreciate you tuning in, watching Discover Muscatine Sports Network, be it on cable or YouTube or Facebook, however you see us. Always appreciate your viewership and appreciate you letting the friends and family know as well. Get the word out there and let more people tune in and watch this football team and watch what Ty Cozad has done, because boy, this has been a record season in more ways than one now. Single season rushing record, the game rushing record, and there's maybe some more records to come. For sure, the career rushing mark is out there as Cozad has one more year to go. Nimely holds that, something over 2,700 yards. So probably not going to get that this year, but we'll probably for sure get that if he stays healthy next year. So that's something to watch for. And the conference record is out there as well. You look at the MAC conference, last week's 450 yards was the longest by anyone ever from the MAC conference, 450 yards in one game. So Ty Cozad holds that. The MAC season rushing record belongs to a familiar name, a Bettendorf Bulldog, Tavian Banks. You may remember him from his Iowa Hawkeye days. He had 2,394 yards back in 1992. Now, that was a state championship team, I believe, so there were about 13 games during that season for Tavian to rush up those 2,300 yards. Not, I guess Muscatine still is in the running for a state championship season, but probably not going to be a 13-game season. But, you get North next week. Maybe you go for another 300-400 yards there, and who knows what you can do against West. I'm not going to put anything past number 24 as see what he can do for sure. Field is full of football players again. The teams are back out and gearing up here for the third quarter as we have about 2 minutes to go here before we start it back up. One more time, again, thank you to Muscatine Power and Water, Muscatine Lawn and Power, bearer of Muscatine, MPW Advertising powered by ICAN, Revo Plumbing and Heating, Great River Tire, Riots and Rebelle Salon, Waffle and Pancake House, Muscatine Charities, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, and Hy-Vee of Muscatine for making Muscatine football broadcast happen for all of you at home, staying nice and warm tonight by your fireplaces, or you got to fire up the heater. I haven't fired up my heater yet. Might have to do that tonight. Might have to you try. I don't know about you guys, but you try to wait as long as with the air conditioning in the spring and the heater in the fall. You try to wait as long as possible. I don't know if it's being cheap or if it's just a pride thing. I'm not sure, but I'm going to probably have to do that tonight. Kids are going to make me do it. I know it. Won't be my choice. It'll be theirs. Can't be a good dad and be like, no, we will not turn on the heat. So, yeah, you probably have to fire that up tonight as the temperatures are cooling off rapidly here. Winter approaches. We're going to get you set here for the second half, and will again be seniors starting with the ball, and a very, very important drive upcoming here on the defensive end. Got to keep senior off the scoreboard really on this first possession. You got to get the ball back down 13 and try to make this a one possession ball game again. Senior scores, that just may be it. Thank you for joining us again. We want to remind you next Thursday night, football comes your way next week up in Davenport. Under the bright lights of Brady Street Stadium, Davenport North and Muscatine come your way on a Thursday night. If you missed the part of the halftime show, you missed Davenport North's score. They are going to get their first win of the season tonight. North up big on Central, 33-0. Coach Adam Height finally going to get his team in the win column. It has been a struggle for that Wildcat football team this year, and it's not a bad team. You got one of the better quarterbacks in the MAC, and Nolan Mosier up there. He's getting a lot of looks from some smaller Power 5 teams. Even Iowa State, I believe, has offered Nolan Mosier. So you got a future Division I quarterback at playing up there at Davenport North, but yet have not been able to get into the win column until tonight. So we are ready for football here in the second half. Othmer has things teed up at the 40. We'll see if he can get a touchback. It's been quite the performance by the Dubuque senior kicker tonight, Kyle Conradi. 52-yard field goal in that first half. Othmer boots this one away. It's going to come up short, and now the ball's bobbled, and we picked up at the 8 and returned out to the 30 and brought down. Another big return for the Rams, as they have had great field position all night long thus far. Well, sometimes you see a drop like that, and that leads to a big return. It just sets the timing up on the blocking just enough. And it did right there for Marshawn Dukes, the sophomore, has had some big yardage on the return game tonight. So here come the Rams out on the field. 3 receivers set, 2 up towards the top. And quarterback running, and that's going to be brought back. A holding penalty, most likely, as the flag flies back towards the line of scrimmage. That penalty knocks out a good gain right there on first down by Ty Shaber. Shaber splitting time at quarterback tonight with Jack Simon. Shaber, the more of the running quarterback of the two. That throw Jack Simon had in the first half under heavy duress was quite spectacular. First down and 20 now, and Shaber will put the ball up, short pass, and get some of that penalty yardage back. Still second down and long for the Rams. Jalen Johnson, another sophomore receiver on that catch. Just underway, third quarter. It's 27-14 Rams. I feel like this is just a must stop right now for this Muskie defense. Shaber back to throw. Shaber under pressure. He's hit. The ball falls to the turf. Oh, boy. Just out of the reach right there on the interception. So third down and 14 upcoming for the Rams. The Rams have thrown 7 interceptions this season, coming into play tonight with just 7 touchdowns. So they do give the ball up quite a bit. Nice job dialing up the blitz there on that last play. We'll see if the Muskies come with it again. Crowd on hand starts to make some noise. They sense how big this play is as well. Shaber back to throw. Shaber lets it loose deep down the field, and the ball is picked off. Diamond Cray has it, and he's still on his feet to the 30. Cray out to the 40, out towards midfield. And there you go. There's the spark you needed on defense as the Muskies take over right shy of the 50-yard line. Make that 8 interceptions on the night now. The offense needs to capitalize on the turnover, as we have a player down on the far sidelines. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. 27-14, Rams lead.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest eighth of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
That Coach Hawkins and the Muskies need it. Stop on defense. The interception leads to the long touchdown pass. And it's a 6-point game once again. Now the defense needs to come up once again and make another stop. Here's the kick. And this one angling towards the sidelines is caught. Could be down to the 1. We'll see what the officials, they're going to call a touchback. Oh, boy, that was almost disastrous for Senior. As the catch was made right in the corner there. He may have gone out of bounds at the 1-yard line, but they're going to give him the touchback. And it will be 1st and 10 from the 20. If this was college or pros, that might be one that you review right there. Better or worse, luckily, I'm going to say luckily, we haven't gone to video reviews yet in high school. It might be coming. I wouldn't doubt it. It's not too far away. Low snap, quarterback keeper. Simon's got room. Simon's to the 20. He's got the first down. brought down from behind. Out all the way near the 40-yard line. 19-yard gain as Simon back in at quarterback. Breaks off a long run on that first play. I'll give him the 40, so 20-yard gain by Simon. Well, just much more life right now on that Muscatine sidelines, but the defense, they need to respond as well. Here's Simon, another keeper, and that time a much better job. Tackle made after a gain of 1. Lewis on the tackle, so 2nd down and 9. Senior right back to the line. Movement up front, and that is going to draw the penalty. Costly 5 yards right there to give up. That hard count has caught the Muskies a couple of times tonight. Instead of 2nd down and 9, now you got 2nd and 4. Much different situation. Everything now opens up for this senior offense. Simon out of the gun, 2 receivers each way. Throws out in the flat, has his man there, has the first down. All the way down towards the 40-yard line of Muscatine. Jalen Johnson, the sophomore receiver, moving the sticks again, senior. Just very reminiscent of that second quarter after the Muskies scored. Is Johnson limping off the field right now. Right after the Muskies scored, senior answered right back, took that momentum away. They're trying to do it again. Simon, hands off. Defense swarming there and not much. Keener on the tackle, maybe a yard on the play. So 2nd and 9, passing situation. They tried the hard count again. This time the Muskies stay at home. Play clock down to 12. Still plenty of time. Simon looks to throw. Nothing there. Now is going to try to scramble up the middle. Big hit. Stays on his feet. Has the first down. Has the corner. Down to the 20. Diamond Cray makes the tackle, but not till he gets inside the 15-yard line. A busted play, and Simon makes the most of it. Simon bobbles the snap, and it's down right there. Well, again, another lucky break for this Muscatine defense. Bobbled snap. I guess it could have been luckier. I guess it could have bounced away from them, but nonetheless, turns a 1st and 10 into a 2nd and 13 now for the Rams. And we'll get another interception here. How about that? Simon bobbles it again, bounces it off the ground, gets the ball back, and somehow gains a couple of yards on the play. Well, senior is playing fast and loose right now with the football, but they're getting away with it. 3rd down, and we'll call it 11 yards, maybe 12 upcoming for the Rams. Again, this is a chip shot field goal from where they are with the kicker they have. We'll see how aggressive they want to be with the ball. Student section making some noise. Man comes in motion. That's Tart. Fake the Tart. Back to throw. They're going to throw to Tart. Tart has the catch. Tart backs in to the end zone. Touchdown, Dubuque Senior. Well, every time the Muskies make a push, the Rams have an answer. Conradi back out for another extra point. We're midway through this third quarter. Up and good. It's now 34 to 21. Dubuque Senior up by 13.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
.550 to go, third quarter. Once again, Muscatine facing a 2-touchdown hole to try to climb out of. Meanwhile, Pleasant Valley is striking again. It's now 51-21 PV over City High. Here's the kick, and they will let him return it. Paul Henry finally gets his chance. Out to the 20, out to the 30. Henry makes the most of it to the 45-50. There you go, young man. Oh, I thought they were going to call that a touchback. Henry leaping to make that catch. That foot so close to the end line. I think the official just rewarding the effort to catch the ball, let him go. And you know, as soon as he got the green light, Henry was going to make the most of it. He's been waiting for that all night long. So now the Muskies have the ball. Great starting position here inside Ram territory at the 47. How about some Ty Cozad? Instead, they're going to the air. Aiden Lopez, and that's going to work again to pick up 9 yards. Well, with so many men in the box right now, there's some space out there on the edges, and a great play call. Aiden Lopez picks up 9 yards. Now you got 2nd and 1, and you can do pretty much anything you want. I'll tell you one thing, this was not on the film for Dubuque Senior. They were not ready for any passing attack whatsoever because Muskies really haven't done it this year. So that play, they worked on that this week, and it's paying dividends right now. 2nd down and 1. Back to throw again. The swing pass out to Lopez. Lopez is going to lose yardage this time. The well worked once, went to the well again. This time, Senior adjusting well, and you got a 3rd down and about 4 yards upcoming for the Muskies. Clock continues to tick in the third quarter, down to 4.5 to play. Lopez will leave the game. You just wonder when number 24 is going to touch the ball. Maybe right here. 3rd down and 4. There it is. Cozad's got room. He's still on his feet and he's gone. Add another one. Ty Cozad. Touchdown. Muskies. "41-yard touchdown. Ty Cozad has 150 yards unofficially on the night now. 2 touchdowns. And once again, it is a 1-score game. Extra point up. The extra point is good. And with 4:14 left in the third quarter, it's now Dubuque Senior 34, Muscatine 28.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest eighth of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for your.
Well, that touchdown drive took just 1 minute, 36 seconds, capped off by the Cozad 41-yard touchdown run, and really set up by Paul Henry's kick return. Don't forget just how big that was, the effort there to catch that ball before it got to the end zone and start off in great field position across the 50-yard line. Now it's on the shoulders of this defense once again. Get the Muskies the ball back, down by just 6. Hoffmer kicks it. Short of the goal line. It will be returned. They've had some big returns tonight, but not this time. As Gavin Brookhart makes the stop just across the 20-yard line. And this is just about the worst. Well, they started at the 20 last time, but now starting at the 23. Rams have had pretty good starting field position throughout the night, but now back-to-back drives, they got to go the length here. Ty Shaber out at quarterback. It's his turn with it here on the offense. Shaber fakes the give, keeps it himself, makes one man miss, and then gang tackled right at the 25-yard line. Gain of 1 on the play. Mark it back at the 24, actually. So 2nd and 9. Good start for this defense. Need 2 more stops right now. Maybe a pick 6. Shaber, little pitch out to the back. Picks up a few yards, but well shy of a first down. 3rd down. And about 6 upcoming for this offense. And they'll stop the clock right now as a senior Ram slow to get up. And looks like maybe just a cramping issue right now. So they'll work on him. And now a big play upcoming for this defensive unit. You made 2 nice stops. You got a 3rd down and 6. The offense has themselves feeling good about themselves right now. Need to get them back on the field with a chance to take the lead. Can't let the air out of the balloon again, as has been the case here after the last couple of Muskie scores. Still plenty of time. 3:19 left in the 3rd quarter. As the Ram is now up and slowly working his way off the field. Those muscles are working again, but not quite 100%. So kind of looks like me in the morning getting out of bed as he gingerly walks towards the sidelines. And here we go. 3rd down and 6. And jumping off sides. Once again, the hard count. That's going to be close to a first down. Not quite sure. And they're just going to go ahead and give it to him. So 1st down. Not quite sure that they were 5 yards away, but nonetheless, 1st down and 10, senior. That's the air out of the balloon right there. Mental mistakes. Quarterback keeper off the right end. Looks for a hole. Is out of bounds. Big gain on the play, about 7-8 yards. So everyone up here thinks it's holding, and everyone in the stands thought it's holding, but none of us have yellow flags, or at least none that we can throw onto the field. Trips off to the left. Shaber keeps it. Shaber in trouble. Shaber stretching for the first down. I think he got it again. Well, this senior offense is not pretty, but it's moving the ball. Last time down the field, the quarterback dropped it a couple of times, managed to pick it up. They got points out of the drive, but it's enough to, I don't know how much hair the Rams coach has left over there, but man, he's probably lost a few follicles during the season, the way this team looks right now on offense. Clock down to 2.5. Play clock's down to 5 seconds. They got to hurry. 2, 1. Didn't get it off. We'll see if they throw the flag, and there it is. And the little Bronx cheer from the Muscatine faithful as 5-yard penalty goes against Senior on the delay of game. Now is when the defense has to take advantage of that. 1st and 15. Jump the route here and pick off a pass. Shaber going to run it instead. Looks for some room on the short side. He's met at the 45-yard line, so he got the penalty yardage back. And now we have another player slow to get up. This time, Muscatine player. We'll take a break on this one. We'll be right back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
Affordable Metal Manufacturing provides cut-to-length rolled metal panels for commercial, residential, and agricultural roofing. We take pride in delivering our products with a short lead time, normally 3 days or less. Our panels are cut to the nearest 1/8 of an inch for greater efficiency and less waste. Affordable Metal can even roll your panels on site. Call today for a free quote and let us become your preferred supplier. Affordable Metal Manufacturing. Our business is rolling.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
River Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine.
So Cameron Evans helped off the field, injury to his right leg. And here's Shaber keeping the ball running, looking for a hole. Defense meets him, and the ball's loose, the ball's loose! Muscatine has it! There's the turnover! Quarterback fumbles it away, the Muskies have the ball right at midfield. And we have yet another Muscatine player on the field. as his helmet's off. He's on his back, and the trainers are heading out there. We're just back from break, so we'll keep it here for a minute and thank all our sponsors while we are here. Muscatine Power and Water, Great River Tire, Riots and Rebels Salon, Waffle and Pancake House, Bear of Muscatine, MPW Advertising powered by ICAN, Muscatine Charities, Rivo Plumbing and Heating, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, Hy-Vee of Muscatine. And wow, what a change of momentum right there. That's what you needed. You needed that turnover. Now the Muskies can take the lead as they have the ball. Great field position here inside of the Rams' side of the field, right at the 49-yard line. And you just feel just the energy back on the sideline as the belief continues to rise. It just kind of ebbed. This game has ebbed and flowed throughout. But now the Muskies can finally take their first lead of the night if they can get it into the end zone here. And you got to like what they've shown on offense. They've thrown in that wrinkle, that just throwing the ball out to Aiden Lopez, just something for the defense to think about and maybe not load the box so much on Ty Cozad. So the injured player, Lincoln Brookhart, as he is limping off the field, but doing so under his own power, which is a good sign. Brookhart comes out. Again, Lincoln Brookhart. Got to specify on that. And the Muskies have the ball. 1:40 to go, third quarter. Feel like we have a long way to go in this game. And everything really on the line, though, for both these teams. When you're talking postseason, they both need to win this game. Here's the give, Cozad. Cozad, oh, they were waiting for him there, and Cozad goes down. A loss of 1 on the play. So Diamond Cray brings the play in. 2nd down and 11. See if Coach Hawkins puts this ball back in the air as the clock runs down. Now 1 minute left, third quarter. Adams split off towards the top of your screen. Cozad the lone back. The pitch to Cozad. Cozad changes directions. He's going way back. He needs to turn the corner and get a block. There's a block in the back. No penalty. Cozad gets back to the line of scrimmage and actually gains some yardage. Now I do see the flag, and that's likely going to be a block in the back on Muscatine. Well, the official that had the best angle on that didn't throw it, but the flag was thrown, and I suspect this is going to be on the Muskies. Great effort by Cozad to make something out of what was going to be a loss on the play. But boy, they are marking off a lot of yardage all the way back to the 30-yard line. So not the block in the back that we all saw, but the personal foul on a helmet-to-helmet contact is what is called, and that marks it all the way back to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 31 upcoming. Back to throw. Batty lets it go deep. Brookhart out there. The ball deflected at the last second. Gavin Brookhart had a step. Now 3rd down and 31. And again, your punter just left the game limping off the field on the last defensive possession. And his leg is still being checked. So you're down to your backup punter right now. something to keep in mind as Muscatine tries to find 32 yards in their playbook. Here's the reverse play to Lopez. Lopez brought down in the backfield, and that was not a pretty possession. So 4th down and a mile. 4th down in bluegrass just about right now. And who's going to punt this ball away? Well, the clock is going to tick out in the 3rd quarter and give Coach Hawkins more time to figure that question out as we have reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Senior continues to lead 34-28.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
River Rehab Physical Therapy. Feel better, move forward.
At Hustler.
Yeah, I don't, that's weird. Well, back here, 4th quarter about to begin, and we'll see who the backup punter is. Or if they punt at all, well, they might just try to, and now that's going to at least cause Senior to take a timeout. As I believe it might have even been Ty Cozad going back to punt. He was starting to retreat back into a punt formation, but the Senior sideline had already called for timeout when they saw the offense still on the field, and they were in punt return formation. So nothing else, you got Senior to blow one of their timeouts. They're down to 2 now. Yeah, this is, you can't even consider going for this right here. 4th and 34. Ball on the 27. I'm not sure you can punt towards the 1st down right now, especially with the backup punter. Need to get this away, get this over the 50, and have the defense come out and do what they have done here of late. So again, kind of close to the line, and now Cozad retreats. And he'll punt it away. It's high, extremely high, and not bad. Pretty good kick right there, down to the 35-yard line, goes out of bounds. And that's about all you can ask for right there. What else can he do? I mean, Ty Cozad comes on in and gets a perfect punt off. And at least sets Senior back to the 35-yard line to start this next drive. Well, we'll see who comes out now for Senior at quarterback. Ty Shabers had some trouble holding on to the ball of late, and it's going to be Jack Simon. His turn, the keys to the car. How aggressive will Senior be? Up by 6 points. Option play. Simon keeps it. Simon gets maybe a half yard. Good job by the defensive front on the play. Camden Furness first there on the tackle. Senior being a little more patient right now that the game's in the fourth quarter. Play clock down to 10. Back to throw. Simon has his man out in the flat. Tart just standing there, ankle tackle, and you knew the hit was coming. Hangs onto the ball, out to the 40-yard line, but third down upcoming now. Defense has a chance to get off the field right away. But again, 3rd and 5, you got to know the hard count's coming. Can't jump off sides right now. That's happened a couple of times already tonight. This would be a killer right now to happen again. Here's the snap. Simon rolls to his right, throws the ball in the flat, has the man, and has the first down. Step out of bounds, shy of the 50. But the Rams move the chains as the clock down to 10:32 now. Getting late enough in this game, you really can't give up any points. Simon gives off to the back, runs off the right tackle, and spins his way to a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. Jalen Johnson on the carry. Johnson, just a sophomore. Muscatine defensive coaches yelling out. I believe a sweep was coming, I believe was what they were screaming to their unit out there. 2nd down. Simon runs towards the right tackle, has the first down, puts the head down, delivers a blow. There is a flag on the field. This could be coming back right now. It is a hold on the Rams. So wipe out the first down and push them back 10 yards. Big flag right there against Dubuque Senior. Now you got to make your stand. You got them 2nd and 12. Behind the sticks right now. The defense needs to bow up and get this ball back. Clock ticks down to 9.5. Play clock down to 7. Down to 4. Not going to get it off. That's a penalty. That's a delay of game. Well, Simon, unaware of the play clock, had his team at the line of scrimmage. Now I think they're going to give him a timeout. So the official on the far side says the coach called timeout before the penalty. It will not be a 5-yard penalty. We will take a timeout with them and be right back on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary Smooth Track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our Smooth Track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
Back here at Community Stadium, Roland Glenn. I'm glad you could join us tonight. And boy, another good one. 2nd down and long coming out of the timeout. That's the 2nd timeout for the Rams. Low snap. Simon picks it off the ground, throws it up for grabs, goes up and makes the catch. And oh no, Walker Tart just laid out, extended the arms, making the catch, and that is as big of a play as there has been considering the circumstance. 9 minutes left. Big conversion as the Rams now within field goal range already. Again, they have one of the best kickers this side of Iowa. But they're looking for the touchdown. The man moved early, no flag. The give is to Johnson. Johnson brought down after a gain of about 5. Looked like there was some movement early. No flag on the play. So second down and about 4 to 5 yards upcoming here for the Rams. Again, some early movement, and here's the give to Johnson. Johnson falls forward near a first down. Well, that right slot receiver is getting a great jump on the snap every time. Third down and 1. Quarterback sneak, and that's going to be enough. All the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll stop the clock, move the chains for a moment, and it'll be first down and 10. And now you really got to start prying that ball away, try to force a fumble, get something to get this ball back, because Senior is in control on this drive, already up by 6 points. Here's the fake, and then the throw out to Tart. Tart racing for the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Senior. With 7:36 left, the Rams extend their lead to 2 scores. So Walker Tart had the big catch to move the sticks and then ends up with the touchdown. Conradi out for the extra point, and he splits the uprights, no problem. With 7:36 left, it's going to be tough now. 41-28. Muskies get the ball back when we come back.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you
7:36 left. Not a lot of time, but there is time to do this. You need to be perfect right now. See if Conradi can get the ball to the end zone this time, or Paul Henry can give us some more magic. Henry back there along with Aiden Lopez. This kick is to the 1. Another catch made at the goal line, and here comes the return. Henry out towards the 25-yard line. Well, he's had to jump every time to keep that ball from going in the end zone, and Muskies get 5, almost 6 yards out of that. So good effort by Henry. Now the offense needs to score, and they need to do it fairly quickly. Had a 1:41 touchdown drive earlier this game. Maybe not that quick, but you need to do it in probably 3 minutes. You got all your timeouts. Cozad in the backfield. Adams split off towards the bottom of your screen. Here's the pitch to Lopez. Lopez trying the left end and just can't get there. Had some room, just didn't quite have enough speed to make it past that cornerback. So just 1 yard, 2nd down and 9 now. Clock ticking down towards 7 minutes. Adams bringing in the play. Batty telling him to hurry up. This offense really not made for comebacks. Well, bunch of movement there and no flag somehow. Cozad has the ball out towards the 30-yard line. 3 yards on the carry. Third down and 5 upcoming. This likely 4-down territory if you're playing to win anyway. Gray split off towards the top. Cozad, your lone back. Man in motion. Here's the pitch. Lopez brought down from behind. Just not quick enough on that. So in 4th down and 6, and you need your best play right now. This is your ball game right here. Just stay alive. You got to get 6 yards. And instead, are they going to punt? Cozad punts it. I have no answers for this. I have no answer for that. Cozad punts the ball away. And like I said, if you're playing to win, you go for it there. 5:38 left. Senior gets the ball back, 41-28. As good of a kick as that first one was, that one not as pretty. The ball marked out at the 50-yard line. And that's just it. You got your punters out of the game with an injury. You're facing a 4th and 7. Yeah, you're deep in your own territory, but you're down by 13 points. You got to go for it right there. Coach Hawkins punts it away, and now the defense going to have to strip this ball. And you're going to have to use your timeouts, and you're going to need an onside kick in there as well. Here's the give to Johnson. Johnson runs out of bounds, stops the clock, and a flag on the play as well. Holding on the Rams. Mark it back to the 42. Bring up a 1st and 18. Well, if you're just joining us, Ty Cozad, 152 yards rushing tonight. He needed just 44 to break the Muscatine all-time single-season rushing record. Did that on a 43-yard touchdown run in the first half. Simon rolls out. He's just going to keep it and gets a few yards and keeps the clock running right now. The Muskies not taking their timeout yet. 2nd down. Muskie still have all 3 timeouts. Got to start using them here pretty quick. Clock ticking down towards 5 minutes. Still 15 seconds on the play clock. See how long they would be wise to let that run a little bit more. And they are down to 6 seconds. Good job there by the QB. And how he hands off. And that's way too much on that. But still, a 3rd down upcoming. 3rd down and about 7. So 3rd down and 7. Muskie still do not take their timeout, and the Rams, so they can get a 1st down here, They'll put a stranglehold on this game. Simon out of the gun. Simon yelled at to slow down. Clock's at 7 seconds on the play clock. Simon now takes the snap, throws it. The ball caught. Tart close, but does not have the first down. To the 43. I think Muskies might want to take a timeout here. They're not. 4th down, and the punching unit is coming out, and the clock continues to tick. Well, you can't spend your timeouts at Hy-Vee. Here's the punt. It's high, short, bounces at the 15, and it will roll down. Of course it does. Inside the 5. Down to the 2, and there's just 3:19 left in this ball game. Muskies need to go 98 yards. And then get a stop, get the ball back, and score again. That's what you're faced with right now. And you got to give the ball to Cozad. You got to. I don't care if they're keying on him or not. He's your home run hitter. Had a 99-yard touchdown last week. This would be a 97-yarder. Here's Batty back to throw, running for his life in the end zone. Throws it, and it's incomplete along the sidelines. Looking for Daniel Adams, incomplete. Muskie's still waiting on the play to be brought in. Play clock down to 15 before Adams finally runs out. Just not that efficiency on offense tonight. 5 seconds on the play clock, and now you're going to have to call a timeout. They call a timeout. At this point, just take the 1-yard penalty for a delay of game. Why are you wasting a timeout? The play clock, that's all on the coaches, first off. It's on the coaching staff for waiting way too long to get that play in bounds. Okay, first off. Second off, don't call the timeout because it's a 1-yard penalty at this point. The ball's at the 3-yard line. You'd rather take the 1-yard penalty than waste one of your 3 timeouts. This is football. It's not brain surgery. So, nonetheless, they burn their first time out, and 2nd down and 10 upcoming. That hurts. .3:11 left on the clock. Batty rolls, keeps pushed out of bounds. So 3rd down and long. And you run 2 plays, and your star hasn't touched the ball yet on this drive. Plays brought in, play clock already down to 10. The Muskies are going to have to hurry up or might be forced to spend another timeout here. Clock down to 4. And they just burn another timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be right back.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big
So the Muskies have burned 2 timeouts to save themselves a couple of 2-yard penalties. Now down just to 1 timeout left, trailing by 13. Oh yeah, and it's 3rd down and 7, deep in their own territory. Batty back to throw, slant pattern, low pass, incomplete. And now 4th down. See what Coach Hawkins decides to do here. You would like to see one of those plays go to Ty Cozad. I would have liked that anyway. 4th down, looks like Adams out with the play. Clock down to 10 seconds. Once again, late to get the play in. Clock down to 5 seconds. They're not even out of the huddle yet. They're going to have to burn their last time out. And sure enough, they just burned 3 timeouts on offense because they can't get the play on in time. This is just wow, folks. No words can explain the meltdown. Not by the team so much as the coaching staff right now. This is a combined L for sure. And that is clock management at its worst. So the Muskies out of timeouts, facing a 4th down and 8, with just 3 minutes left in this ball game. Last gasp for the Muskies. 3 receivers out in the formation. Batty back to throw, under pressure in the end zone. Throws a 5-yard out. They needed 12, or about 10, and it goes incomplete nonetheless. And that will put the bow on it tonight, as Senior gets the ball back and has a chance to walk in for another touchdown right now. The ball at the 5-yard line. This score really not indicative of how good of a game this has been tonight. Muskies fighting back so many times. Game back and forth from 13 down to 6, from 13 down to 6, back and forth. Just ran out of answers late in this game. Here's Jalen Johnson. Johnson walks into the end zone. Touchdown. Rams extend their lead to 19 points. Well, a short week. We'll be back on the air Thursday night as the Muskies try to pick up win number 3 of the season up at Brady Street next week against the North Wildcats. Wildcats just winning their first game of the year tonight against crosstown rival Central.
Conrarty's extra point. That's good. We'll take one final break here. 2:51 to go. We'll be right back.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional
2:51 left in this one. Muskie's fought hard, but in the end, Senior going to come away with the win tonight, as they have scored the last 14 points of this ball game, now lead by 20. Ty Cozad only 19 carries tonight. I say only, at 34 last week. There's a line drive kick, and it will be returnable. Henry's got some room. He's got a lane. He's to the 30, to the 40, down the sidelines, out of bounds at midfield. And a flag is on the field at the 22. That likely going to wipe out a nice return by Henry. So instead of starting at the 50, the Muskies will start back around the 15. In essence, a 35-yard holding penalty. Cozad out of the game. Batty stays in at quarterback. Coach just is letting the seniors play at this point. Batty hands up the middle, and not a whole lot there. Dayton Truesdale on the carry, a junior. We'd all like to see Cozad run the ball right now, but it's smart keeping him out of the game. No sense risking an injury in a game that's decided. Clock down to 2 minutes now. Batty again gives off this time Henry. Henry, nice little run, and Henry moving the sticks. Well, you got to give some credit tonight to Paul Henry. He has shown a lot of hustle, a lot of heart. He's still out there trying. Clock hasn't started yet, and now they finally wind it. Here's Henry again. Henry around the left end, runs out of bounds. I think he's got another first down. They mark him a yard short, so 2nd down and 1. Clock is stopped on the out of bounds play. 2nd and 1, 1:37 left. Batty off to Henry. Henry tries the right end and will have the first down. So Paul Henry playing his final game at home in a Muskie uniform is going out with some effort tonight. Senior Daniel Adams back in the ball game. Senior Landon Batty continues at quarterback. Drops his mouth guard and picks it up. Batty, hands off, and this time the senior defense said, yep, you're going to run the same play 4 times in a row. We're going to catch it this time, and it's a loss, a big loss on the play, as Cesar Garrido on the reverse brought down for a loss of about 7 yards. We're under a minute left. Muscatine doesn't seem too interested in pushing the ball downfield at this point. Just letting this clock continue to run. Batty drops the ball and has to fall on it. And that could be the last play of the game unless Muscatine wants to try it one more time. Clock down to 17 seconds. And I don't think they're going to be able to get enough another play. And Landon Batty says, yeah, I think we've had enough here. So senior night ends on a sour note. Dubuque Senior comes to town and leaves with the W. Final score, 48-28. We'll be right back with the post game on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network.
You know Rivo as expert plumbers, but did you know Rivo can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, Rivo can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call Rivo Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
We are
Muscatine football brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water, Great River Tire, Muscatine Lawn and Power, Riots and Rebels Salon, Bear of Muscatine, Waffle and Pancake House, MPW Advertising powered by ICAN, Muscatine Charities, Revo Plumbing and Heating, Muscatine Symphony Orchestra, and Hy-Vee. Hey, don't forget to stop down and see Boney at the Waffle and Pancake House for Saturday morning family breakfast. Tell them Discover Muscatine sent you. Well, this game back and forth all night tonight that the Muskies just could never get over the hump. Came close several times, never really stopped fighting, but in the end, just too much offense by the Rams and really some head-scratching moments by this coaching staff. Clock management was definitely poor down the stretch as well. All needs to be improved. We have 2 games to improve it, starting off next Thursday night. Got a couple of player of the games to hand out tonight. The Bear of Muscatine offensive and defensive player of the games. Defensively, we're going to give it to Diamond Cray. Had that big interception. Got the Muskies the ball back, led to a touchdown. Diamond Cray, our defensive Bear player of the game, and that's fitting being a senior and all here on senior night. Offensively, I'm going to go ahead and to split this down the middle. We're going to give it to, we have to give it to Ty Cozad because he set a record tonight. Ty Cozad finishing the night, 19 carries, 152 yards, but becomes the all-time single-season rushing record holder for Muscatine as he goes over the 1,400-yard mark tonight and passes Tanner Bowling, who held the record of 1,392 yards set back in 2011. Cozad breaks the record on a 43-yard touchdown run to make the score 10-7 early in this ball game. Also want to give some credit to Aiden Lopez and give him share of the Offensive Player of the Game award, as Aiden Lopez had a nice 42-yard touchdown run as well in this ball game. So Aiden Lopez and Ty Cozad, your Bear Muscatine Offensive Player of the Game award winners. So Muscatine drops this one tonight, and they have 2 games left on the season. They fall to 2-5 on the season. Next up, Thursday night. Get the word out. We have a Thursday night game next week up in Davenport from Brady Street Stadium. We'll be on the air around 7:15 for pregame and have the Davenport North Wildcats and Muscatine Muskies for you next Thursday on the Discover Muscatine Sports Network as the Muskies try to bounce back and gain win number 3 of the season. But that will do it for us tonight. I'm Roland Glenbine. This has been a production of the Discover Muscatine Sports Network. We'll see you next week, everyone.